Hello everybody, how are we doing today? Welcome. It's early in the morning for me. We are here a bit early. Welcome, Poi. Welcome. Which, sorry I haven't really been posting a schedule. I feel like I've been going to physio on Fridays. Spoiler alert. So that's why the schedule has been a little bit weird for both Fridays, and then, like, I spend a lot of the start of the week being like, okay, when do I want to... Alright, we're definitely going to post a schedule, and we're definitely going to have Friday figured out by the time Friday rolls around. And then I don't have it figured out. I'm like, okay, well, I just didn't post a schedule, and there's one stream left, which will be at the normal time. So, and I'm like, damn it. Week has already passed. Welcome, Ida. What's up? I appreciated your pun. Well, this was bound to happen. Ah, of course. Of course it was. See, it wasn't, because I could have been smart and not dunked on myself. Then it didn't have to be bound to happen. I won with a Shiv deck yesterday. That was pretty exciting. I was thinking, I was trying to figure out how to actually do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't actually... Like, the output just doesn't feel like it's there, even if you get 2 accuracies. But I feel like if you get maybe an accuracy or 2, and then another modifier, like vulnerable or something, then that's pretty good. And then you just have to figure out how you're blocking, basically. I'm like, yeah, okay. I guess this works out. There's always like a little bit of doubt in my mind that the output on damage is simply not going to be there, and then I die. Because that's happened a number of times in Act 3. Like, literally just at the boss is like, I'll do a bunch of actions, and it's like, you're playing silent, so you took a bunch of actions, but you're not doing anything. Doing pretty good. Got myself a significant other. Yo, congrats, dude. Let's fucking go. That is Pog. Being in a relationship. Pog. Yeah, I'm a little bit eepy. A little bit eepy. I was trying to think of, like, what other thing that I could say, and I just went with the standard. Because I was like, okay. You know. Like, got myself a significant other. I'm like, yeah, dude, nice. Awesome, let's go. But I was thinking in my head, I was like, yo, W life maxing, we're fucking rizzing up the... And I'm just like, that's not... I don't think... I think that would actually make all my viewers leave. I think people would die of cringe. I finally won A10 region without going infinite. Just playing value region is oddly difficult despite the character being generally strong. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's specific combinations of stuff, you know. You need to solve a lot of problems. You have to solve a lot of problems, surprisingly. I feel like a big problem for me, which I didn't think was going to be a problem based on, like, not really struggling with the encounter and then, like, trying to see the heuristics that I need to know for shivs, and then, like, suddenly Entomancer is, like, the most impossible fight ever because I can't... like, we took this Ricochet for damage in Act 1, because that makes sense. But now this Ricochet shuffles like 8 dazes, and I'm like, I literally can't play this card, I'll die? So, but then where's my damage? I don't know where my damage is. So my point is, I want to say, like, oh, well, if you just get stuff and then, Radiate on Entomancer, that seems bad. But I feel like Radiate is something that you could do that's pretty fair on Regent, right? I have to go chauffeur someone, BRB. Okay. House Slay the Spire 2, should I consider getting it? So Slay the Spire 2 is in early access right now. Some people have said that they feel like the game is harder than Slay the Spire 1. I don't know. Have you played Slay the Spire 1? That is a good question. I'll ask you that first. Hello, hello? Hello? I've never played the first one. Okay. So, as far as Slay the Spire 1, Slay the Spire 2, this game in general, if you like card games, like if you understand energy and making things that of valuable combos, etc. and stuff, that makes sense to you, then I would say that you would probably have fun playing this game. I picked up the first Slay the Spire, like, I play card games, but also I picked up the first Slay the Spire just off the back of like, yeah, I guess I play Magic, I'll try it, and then just spent a whole lot of time in the game. I would say Spire 2 is is more difficult than Spire 1. And also, worth noting, it is in early access. So, a lot of things could still change at this point. I don't know if that's something that bothers you. Let me take a sip of coffee, because I'm not fully awake yet. EP flower voice is kind of the opposite of cold. That's crazy, bro. That is wild. Okay. So yeah, I would say that if you have a latent interest in card games, that this game is quite fun. It is a roguelike, so that is important to consider. If you do not like roguelikes, then, I mean, honestly, it depends what part you don't like. But I would give the roguelike genre a chance to play a game like Slay the Spire. I personally think this game is very good, but it's kind of like, what do you want, right? Like, someone who's looking for another, like, a new Halo game probably doesn't need to play Slay the Spire, despite the fact that I think Slay the Spire is very good. Have you, like, watched any gameplay of this game? I guess that's another question. I keep double hitting my push to mute, so you're catching half of my throat clearing. I like strategy gaming and, like, optimization of anything in general. I would say that's probably worth a shot. I would wager it's worth a shot. Maybe what I could do is, like, as an overall description of the characters, I don't know if this is a spoiler for you, but, like, the characters that are in the game is, like, probably the least spoiler thing you could have about Slay the Spire. Awesome. Dude, I love just popping off and then being muted. It's my favorite. I don't know how long I've been muted for. So I'm just going to start from where I was. First of all, I said, welcome, Clyde. Second of all, I said, I'm going to describe the characters, and if any of them, like, tickle something in your strategy gamer brain, then maybe you will enjoy this game. So, Ironclad has one of the silliest relics in the game, which is, which is that you heal 6 HP at the end of combat. This is really good, because it means you are going to punch things, and things will punch you, and you will keep punching things until you have slain the Spire. You are going to punch things so hard with your punch that they will be punched. So Ironclad is very much the I'm gonna beat you up character, and we're gonna punch you. You're gonna have 999 vulnerable on you, and I'm gonna do like 2,000 damage. Silent is more the rogue character who focuses on like card draw and assembling things that work synergistically together. You will draw about 1 billion cards on Silent, and you will like it. Silent currently, right now, benefits very heavily off of cards which say draw then discard, because there are cards that you want to discard for additional effects. So you draw through your deck, maybe trigger a few abilities that say when you discard this, get some value, and then you play a lot of attacks. Silent as a woman, I like this one. I don't know if you watched the trailer reaction, or you can go back and watch the trailer, simply because the animation is beautiful. Like, genuinely, like, jaw-dropping, beautiful animation. But, at the start of that animation has some silence in it that's really good. So, I don't know if you saw that, but it's pretty good. So, I'm gonna skip the Defect, because Defect was one of the OG characters. I maybe don't know if I have the best idea of how Defect works in this game, but the way that I would describe Defect in terms of Slay the Spire 1, which changed a little bit into this game, is that this is kind of like the slow value character. So he's like, I'm gonna put a bunch of powers into play, and then powers being like upgrades that you get for that fight. And then after I resolve like 20 powers, I will have won the game, because my value will simply be so high that you will cry. I think he plays a little bit different in this game. He has a little bit more synergies with a card called the Claw, which people are a big fan of. So it takes a while to get going. He's just like me. He's defective, just like me. Just like me. But yes, for example, I mean, Claw still kind of, like, does this type of effect, where whenever you play a Claw makes all claws do more damage. So it was a very popular strategy in Slay the Spire 1 to go like, alright, I'm gonna, like, have my claws are gonna get bigger, and like I'm gonna play so many claws. But it takes a while to get going, right? So it's scaling. You're gonna scale really high, but you take a while to get going. It was a little bit of a trap in Spire 1, honestly, to play a claw build in air quotes, but it was a card that you could play. It's more powerful in this one. So these are the two new characters. This is the Regent. Now, Regent's big thing is that he has a secondary resource system, and that changes a lot of the gameplay of this game, because managing 2 resource systems is more than managing 1. So you can certainly build turns where you are more effective because you have access to this other resource system. So like usually you'd have to pay an energy for like a pretty good block card, but instead of paying energy for this block card, I'm gonna punch you with my giant Sovereign's Blade, and then use my secondary energy system to give myself some block. I'm not very good at playing this character yet, and I feel like I don't understand them that well, or like I don't understand the strategies that are effective. But yeah, he has 2 resource systems. He has some pretty interesting cards. Like doing setup for next turn is kind of like a thing that they have. So he also goes into combat on a chair with 2 people carrying it. So, you know, there's that. And this is the Necrobinder. So Necrobinder has a summon called Osti. So if you like summons, that it's already there. Osti is, again, smash? Well, are you saying smash the Necrobinder? That's crazy. That's so wild. Welcome, Vert. Welcome, welcome. Got the A6 with defect. Let's go. I'm still on A, like, 1 with defect. Not very good at him. Osti, 11 out of 10 bones. Osti's pretty good. So, okay, what was I saying? Yeah, so this has the I want to say the pretty generic trappings of summon. The summon class is I have a summon, and the summon is important. In this case, the summon tanks damage for you. So, you know, a big part of the strategic space for this character is like blocking and then also raising the amount of HP of your summon at the same time, which is important because block normally goes away at the end of your turn. But if your Osti has a lot of HP, that's kind of like residual block that you get to build up over time. Yeah, Doom is also a thing that I really don't care about because I feel like it's not that important. God. Yeah, I'm just trying to describe the overarching kind of, I guess, stuff that I feel like is important or a way to sell someone on a character. So Necrobinder is kind of in the same vein as Defect, where like it scales a lot more as the fight goes on. Like you're trying to set up having a lot of power after the first few turns. Whether that be through applying Doom to stuff, having Osti become really big, or putting 7 billion souls in your deck, which say draw 2 cards for 0. And yeah, I would say Necrobinder is pretty fun. Silent and Literally Me are my favorites, I think. True. So, I'm playing Spire 2 a little bit different than how I played Spire 1 when I first picked it up, which is that I am, like, hard focusing on a character. I sort of, like, bounced around a little bit more when I played Spire 1 the first time. But, I was having a lot of fun playing Silent at the end of, Slay the Spire 1, like, before we switched over to 2. And, that means I'm starting with Silent in Spire 2. Kind of trying to learn, like, what's effective, what I can do at high Ascension, and, you know, optimize my win rate and all that. Because, like, Ascension 10 is no joke. Like, no, it is difficult. This game is very hard. So, yeah. Necro Hottie sounds cool, but I think I'd need to play something simpler first. I think that's fair. I do actually think Necrobinder and Regent are more difficult than the other three. Defect is maybe like a little on the complicated side. But yeah. I'm hitting random and going with it, so I have like 544, 56 or something. True. Yeah, there's a random button. You're allowed to press the random button. But yeah, oh wow. Thank you so much for the super. I really appreciate that. Did it not show up? Maybe I need to fix my alert box. I feel like that should have showed up on the screen, but didn't show anything, so. Regent is the zero brain character, isn't he? I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe he is. Maybe I'm trying to apply too much brain power to Regent, which is what the problem is. But yeah, thank you so much for the super, Nicole. Really appreciate that. At least the Roomba shows up on screen. But my alert box might be broken. I am playing Slay the Spire 2. So we're about to get into a silent run, which I'm going to start. Okie dokie. Hello again. We have Neo's Torment, which I just threw the game with the other day. Very funny. We have Upgraded Card and we have Greed. So I'm interested in taking Greed. We have some elites. This is like elite. Shop into elite. We have... Okay. I mean, this is an early shop here. And then there's like this kind of structure, which is basically like rest into elite. And then we can like dodge here if we can't fight the second elite. So that looks good to me. We're going to take Greed. What did the alien say to the landscaper? Take me to your weird... Oh my god. Welcome, Marie. That's crazy. You can draw stuff on the map? Yes, you can draw stuff on the map. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm a little bit EP because we are doing this a little bit earlier than normal, but I am present. Yeah, there's a lot of turns to play, so usually the opening floors are a little fast. I've personally been having a lot of success with Snakebite because it's kind of like Bouncing Flask with Retain. I've been wanting to take Pinpoint more, though, because I feel like So, I've done this, like, twice, but Pinpoint with, like, cantrips, like, feels like it's supposed to be good, and then it ends up being kind of mediocre. Pounce is nice, but we have no context for taking it right now. Region for me was walk by Tom Cardy except Forge. I see. I think we're gonna take Snakebite here. Snakebite. So the problem with Snakebite is that you need to find a turn to actually use it on. And sometimes you don't get the turn to use it on. So we might be interested in taking some, like, a zero-cost defense or something, just so that our energy works. Or we need to get our face punched in. Tiger Spray, Leg Sweep, Precise Cut. Not a huge fan of Precise Cut. I actually don't really know when I'm supposed to be taking that card. It feels like... So this is mostly a damage card, and it feels like something that I want to take after my deck has some good efficiency in it so that I can, like, get rid of all the cards in my hand. But then that's sort of when this being a zero-cost deal 13 isn't very good. It actually just kind of feels like Slice. Except worse, because you don't... it probably does more damage than Slice, but it feels like it's not, because it's... Yeah, I don't know. Why is energy cut out so strangely? Because the icon on the short side is supposed to be the, that's the hourglass energy from Flagbearer, and I just, like, never really changed it. Mega Crit straight up stole your Dredge idea. There is a card called Dredge. There's actually... So, it's very validating to me that, like... That Slay the Spire 2 has cards that are just like Flagbearer cards. Right? This is not to imply that they downloaded Flagbearer and was like, wow, these cards are really good, and then they took them. It's that, like, another designer, like, a designer who made the game Slay the Spire, like, such an incredible game, literally printed Riptime on Necrobinder. And I'm like, we were able to come to the same conclusion about, like, what probably the correct stat line is for this type of effect, and contextually what it is related to. So, like, a character that cares about getting cards from your graveyard. Right. And we printed it at common. So. They also printed, like, you get the same block. You get your block next turn, except it's a colorless card and it costs 0. And it exhausts, I think. So, they also printed that card, but a little bit different than how I printed it. She bear my flag until I slay her. The Spire. The Spire. Oh my god. Okay, so I think what I'm interested in is Dagger Spray here. I might have been interested in Leg Sweep, but we picked Snakebite. I mean, it's possible that, like, Leg Sweep buys us a turn of Weaken to play Snakebite, which is kind of interesting. But I don't know. I've been losing a lot in the early game, just for the record, as I've been, like, doing stuff off stream. So I think we'll take the Dagger Spray. Yes, as I have been trying stuff. I've been trying to improve off stream. Two defends. We need a little bit of damage. Okay. Backflip, Blade Dance, Anticipate. So we have a Snakebite in our deck, which is sort of our long-term damage. We have Dagger Spray, which is our AoE. I'm kind of interested in taking this Blade Dance for, like, upfront damage with the potential of getting an accuracy and then doing Shiv stuff. But then there's also Backflip. There isn't really a reason for me to take one of these over the other right now, so I think I'm just going to take the Blade Dance. I've noticed that I sort of want more upfront damage for Overgrowth, and then I sort of want more block for the Underdogs. Because Underdogs has things that don't, like, necessarily lose to blocking, but I feel like I need block or I die. Hey, Rance, welcome. It is going all right. We are just spiring as we do. How are you doing? In the shop, I'm interested in the acrobatics. I don't know if I want to take the ricochet because I've picked cards already to do damage. I would have been more interested in, like, an untouchable to pair with this acrobatics. Don't really want to take the dagger throw. Don't know if I want to take the deflect. I kind of want to take the speedster, honestly, and then, like, that's kind of the bigger thing that our deck is doing. But we do need more draw. Getting speedster into play is also, like, kind of complicated. So maybe that means that I take the deflect, so that we can play, like, speedster, deflect plus block. I think I'm interested in doing that. And then let's take this Gambler's Brew and remove a strike. Okay. Let's go ahead and upgrade. I mean, this is like what I want my deck to do a little bit later, but I'm kind of tempted to upgrade Snakebite now, particularly to help us with, like, the boss that's only going to let us play one card, and elites. Because Speedster takes a while to get going. I just wanted to, like, take it now because we could. Here is block. Oh, is the game quiet, by the way? I feel like the music is kind of quiet. But also, I feel like when I turned the music up, it was sort of, like, not... It was, like, too loud, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like after I slide it past the 50% mark, it gets, like, really loud. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Trying Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, having fun with it. What is that? What is the Spire and why do we want to slay it? So there is a little bit of story that you kind of get when you do runs on the characters. I'm not particularly a lore fanatic, so I don't really know. In the first one, there was, like... It spreaded, like, Spire Blight or something, so the Spire was, like, killing people, making mutations, whatever. I don't know. That's, like, my understanding. I kind of want to see if I can, like, kill the Flykin first. Because I usually kill this guy first, but I feel like it's been giving me problems. Spiral Blight? Spire Blight. Spire Blight was a... I don't really understand. Like, I'm gonna be honest again, I am not the lore head for this game, so I do not know. Oh my goodness. I'm being attacked for damage. Welcome, Rager. Welcome, welcome. Cure all. Well, I kind of want that. Well, now I feel silly for buying this Gambler's Brew. Okay, Piercing Wail, Dagger Throw, Flick Flag. So we have AoE in Dagger Spray. We also have a little bit of AoE with the Speedster. I'm down to take a Piercing Wail because it just helps us not die. Oh my goodness. Am I removing Blade Dance from my deck or paying 5? I really don't want to remove the Blade Dance, but it's a common. Maybe we'll see it again, it's fine. It's like a Dragon Ball game where you create a Dragon Ball character. Its gameplay is kind of like Arena Fighter. I'm not using my headphones so I couldn't hear you correctly. No worries. The gist of Xenoverse 2 is you're a time patroller. Basically, you take part in iconic DBZ fights in order to prevent history from being changed. Oh, interesting. I see. So you're the guy who shows up and makes sure that time is progressing in the correct way. Hey, that was basically my job before I became a streamer. That was Flaris's duty. It was to take part in iconic DBZ fights. Not what I meant. Anyways, so we have hand trick, dagger throw, anticipate, outbreak, slice. I mean, these just aren't very exciting to me. Do I want hand trick because I haven't drafted a block yet? Kind of. It's like not incredibly exciting. I think this is where I cut a defend. Hello, frog. So we're kind of interested in getting this speedster into play for when it flips over. But also having the frog get turned over to their second phase with poison is pretty good. So it gives you like a full extra turn to do stuff. So we're gonna try and hit it with our poison. Doesn't mean we get 2 sets of infections, but that's fine. It is unfortunate that we do not have the speedster. I almost want to potion to find it. We did not find it. And snake biting here doesn't do anything. So we just wait. We're gonna snake bite the one at the front. It's going to do 10-9. That kills that one. And we could dagger spray and take like 9. That's a lot of damage. Maybe could have neutralized this one. Ooh, we have speedster. Air blocks. Oh, we take 3. Oh, the pain. I think we're dead. This is an amount of damage. This is serpent form. The serpent form plus... Oh, if we footworked first, we would have been fine. Oh my god. Yeah, that's 11 damage. That's too bad. I guess if we tried to search for footwork at the start of that fight, maybe that would have been better. The snakebite was good. Just kind of got roasted by the infections. Maybe playing Speedster into Acrobatics was a little bit loose, because we like didn't actually need to do that. Okay. Booming Conch, Niao's Torment, Large Capsule. I haven't really taken Booming Conch, but apparently it's kind of okay. Drawing 2 additional cards at the start of elite fights makes me want to take more, like, 0 costs or things that I just want to, like, play to do damage immediately. Like, Pounce Stonks probably go up a little bit. These paths are kind of awkward. Like, I'd really... Like, this is... Like, forced into this is, like, really awkward. This is Bonfire before Elite. This is Bonfire after Elite. This is Bonfire after Elite with Late Chop. And then, like, I guess Bonfire Elite again. That kind of works. This looks okay. So does this. I mean, doing like 6 hallway fights and then fighting an elite is kind of rough. Doing 5 is still kind of rough. I almost want to take this path because it's a little bit like less scary, but we're gonna go like 5 encounters, I think. Okay, Leading Strike, Deadly Poison, Phantom Blades. I think we will take Strike Plus. Strike Plus sounds good to me. That's not what I wanted to play. It's fine, we had enough energy to do all of it. 3 strikes. Backflip, Ricochet, Skewer. Could just take this Ricochet. The thing is, I don't really like taking the slide cards before I have a discard. Because I like taking the discards. Like, I will take a prepared just to take a prepared. But it feels awkward to have a Ricochet that I'm never gonna play. I'm gonna take this Backflip. Big strike. Okay. There we go. Got Finisher, Infinite Blades, Precise Cut. Not super huge on any of these. The Finisher is like really awkward when we don't have a lot for it. Precise Cut also kind of bad. Don't really want to take Infinite Blades right now. We have 2 more encounters, so... Alright, Max, sad I missed any talk about the Regent that I only heard like 5 words of before leaving. I mean, it's okay. I wasn't really... I feel like the accuracy at which I could say things about Regent is not very high, so... I just said slam them with your big Sovereign Blade. I'm so dead. Leading Strike, Untouchable, Poison Stab. Do I take an Untouchable? Or do I take another Leading Strike? I'm going to take a second Leading Strike. And I think I'm going to... if we fight against, like... Let's see, the 3 elites are Bird, Statue, or Frog. I think we're the most scared of Frog. And I think the answer to all of them is upgrade my Strike Plus, so... 14 damage. $24 damage. Oh my goodness. Just gonna keep attacking me, huh? Footwork, dodge and roll, dash. Take this footwork. I'm pretty scared about this elite fight. Do you have anything big in here? Fisticuffs. Or we could play... Oh, Calamity is just draw cards. I think we play this Fisticuffs. Darn. So that's 22. This is 18. Two strikes. So I feel like this has been happening a lot when I fight elites, where I go like, I just lose so much HP to elites. Like, it is rough. But against the Vanton, we potentially see Frog or Statue. I think we take this Cloak and Dagger. Escape Plan's maybe a little bit better with Footwork. Yeah, we have enough shivs in our deck. Deck I won with was Arsenal plus Spectrum, which is rare to get working properly. What do those cards do? Okay, so this guy's going to be attacking me for like 9, but also dies to getting weakened. I don't actually really know what this guy does. I feel like I'm used to seeing the Fencer or the... There's another one, I think. Here is a Footwork and a Defend. And that means I still die, because it's 14 damage. Okay, so now this is 15 damage. Darn. It's -9, thank goodness, which means I can actually attack you. This is 20 damage. You could remove 9 of it. And we still die. Yep. Yeah, I feel like this has been happening, like, pretty consistently. It's just, I fight an elite. In order to fight the elite, I just, like, take so much damage. And then I just kind of die. Like, it feels like elite into encounter is just a death sentence. Alright. Arsenal gives 1/2 strength when playing a colorless card, and Spectrum gives... Spectrum adds a colorless card to your hand every turn. Also add a charge, which turns cards in deck into 0-cost colorless attacks. I see. 2 strength when playing colorless card. Like permanently? Does that give it to you permanently? Because that's kind of nuts. I guess it's like a power you have to put into play. Alright, we take double transform here. We have Sucker Punch Expose. Okay. It's like, okay, this is nice. Unfortunately, just, like, this isn't nice. I guess we could go here. That's a thing. This is, like, okay. But then it's shop to encounters. Maybe we figured it out by that point. It's 3, 2 events. Shop. Maybe we can go to the shop to buy a potion. It is permanent strength? Gross. I've gotten really elite shy, especially in Act 1. I'll go for maybe 1, and only really if it has 3 bonfires or 2 and a shop on the route. Yeah, I want to say that it's possible to fight elites, but it could just be wrong. It's like, it's really rough. I think I'd take another Strike Plus. Sucker Punch isn't exactly the most exciting Strike Plus. It was not attacking. It got stunned. Stunned. Backflip accuracy outbreak. Me wishing I picked the Cloak and Dagger. I wish I could have had Giga Chat energy and picked the Cloak and Dagger. So I feel like being able to block in Underdogs is pretty good. So I want to be able to block. You could do this like this by our one classic of speculative accuracy. Yeah, I feel like I took... Well, now, see, I definitely should have taken the speculative accuracy. I guess it's just because I already picked Dagger Throw, and we have a Sucker Punch, and I'm like, okay, when are we getting the Shiv cards? Like, when am I going to pick them if I already have 2 Strike Pluses? Take this leg sweep. Parad Outbreak Skewer. It's time to get prepared. We're about to go to a shop, right? Give me that. So footwork helps us block. Dagger spray helps us more against the serpents. I could take La Bamba. And then if I take La Bamba and then I counter the serpent fight, then we would have won with La Bamba. I do not think we're taking La Bamba. Alternatively, do we want to have +1 strength? Not particularly. I think I want this footwork and this AoE card, and I would like to remove something. Probably a strike. These potions are okay. Want to believe Hidden Gem is a good card. It looks really cool, but I just don't think it is. Oh. Ah. Dropped my headphone. You'll have to remind me, as I think I saw it in the shop, but I did not read it. I was too busy looking at Silence feed. Yeah, I would say that the thing that I've lost the most to is actually the you can only deal 20 damage to me guy. And it's because I couldn't block for 20 damage and it killed me. Here is footwork. One energy skill, give a card and draw a pile, replay 2. Replay 2. As in it plays itself twice? Maybe that card was good, and I could have taken it. Twice more than normal, so thrice. Yeah. That's what I meant to say. If I said something different, because I know replay 1, there's the event that gives you, like, Spiral, which is replay 1 on your, like, basic or whatever. I'm like, that's already pretty good. Your replay 2, that's pretty good. Also, stream is stuttering a decent bit, and I don't think it's just my internet. Okay. I'm noticing that as well. What can we do about that? Does that help us? Give me one moment. Hello, are we back? Are we back? Are we back? We appear to be back. Right, well, I will proceed as if we are back. Because I think we are back. Okay, we have, AoE, leg sweep, footwork. I think we... No, oh my goodness. It's still kind of dying. Okay, hopefully that was just a blip. Let's skip here, maybe? I think this is a heal. It's like, I don't want to flip it over... I guess maybe I want to flip it over before it gets big. Like, before it uses Vigor. It's a power potion that helps me here. Unfortunately... Ooh. That's kind of interesting. So, if I Thorns it... then that lets me stun it on its turn. It's 8? 3, 5 would put it to 75. This is also 8. So I just need to let it take 12 here. Straight up Thornsing it. And by it, I mean... that is 29 damage. We have accuracy again. You know, deck isn't really doing anything yet. We're just kind of playing cards, but nothing particular. It's like the Sucker Punch is... I guess it's like the Sucker Punch just looks awkward. And then it's like, this is a like, we have some discard outlets with no Sly cards. And then we have a footwork with a backflip. This is an AoE card, and this was just supposed to be a chunky mid-range block card. So our deck isn't really doing anything yet, so I'll finally pick the speculative accuracy, and it'll go totally fine this time. Okay, no Shiv cards. Rough, dude. Escape plan is nice with our footwork. And I think I would like to... We still have a couple of encounters. I think I'd like to discard this fire potion in favor of a power potion that'll hopefully save me during the boss fight. I mean, this discovery could be the best thing ever. You know. It could be the best thing ever. It could also be literally nothing. The problem is our deck isn't doing anything right now, so... Yeah, what's been working on Defect? Because, I haven't really started playing him again, but I don't know. I felt like orbs were pretty weak, so... Yeah, see, we're gonna need to pull, like, a sweet card off of this discovery for the boss fight. I wonder if Strength Potion is better than Clarity Extract. It might be. There's a Cloak and Dagger and a Blade Dance. I kind of want to take Cloak and Dagger and then upgrade it. I've mostly been playing into status and or zero cost synergies, but orbs have been working if I get an early hotfix and cool-headed or similar. I see. That makes sense. Say that all scans. So this will tag me for 16. No AoE, unfortunately. This does get this one. And then this one gets this one. Wait, it doesn't. I thought it was Snakebite Plus. That's actually so unfortunate. I need to wake up, dude. Oh my goodness. I was like, yes, Snakebite does... Snakebite does 10 damage. It did not there. I actually think we were, like, getting there. I was like, oh, footwork accuracy, cloak and dagger? Like, let's do it. That was just, like, the rawest misplay. If you get that one rare that channels lightning for each lightning channel this combat, that card is nutty. Yeah, Voltaic is sick. I think Voltaic is a sick card. Oh, here we go again. Ricochet Acrobatics is pretty sweet. I actually think it's so sweet that I could literally go fight an elite off of it. And then we might need to dodge like one elite. There's a late shop there. But there's a shop here. It's like 3 bonfires. A good amount of them like the glass orb focused. A good amount of them like the glass orb focused cards. Seem very mediocre to me. I see. Yeah, I think that dark power is like kind of cool. Like it's a neat effect. Because you want to channel a dark orb, but then also push it by one so you aren't immediately popping it. Or maybe you want to immediately pop it, who knows. Exposed, prepared, quick back, black. I think I'll take the exposed. If I can line up this exposed with our ricochet, then we're pretty happy. I suppose the thing that's going to line it up is, yeah. What? You have Noxious Fumes, Piercing Whale, Skewer. I'm like kind of down to take a Noxious Fumes. Kind of like the block card that channels one glass, but all the other ones don't seem like they're it. Especially the 3 energy attack that channels 2 glass. I don't know when I would ever take or cast that. Yeah, that seems very 3 energy. I also think it's very 3 energy. Sharp on Ricochet is really good. Can transform 2 cards here to gain 5 max HP. I'm gonna gain 5 max HP because we have a shop after this. Alright, we just have to line up specifically expose Ricochet, which we did because we're sick with it. Now we just have to do that like one more time. Okay, maybe we have to do it like one more time. Pretty good. Sharp Ricochet, pretty good. That's a Tactician. We take Tactician. Would love to find a prepared or another Acrobatics. I did have energy to not take one there. Untouchable. I will take an Untouchable. We are looking for a few more enablers. Please give me some enablers. That is a calculated gamble and an acrobatics. Those are enablers. I would like to upgrade this Ricochet because it's going to carry us in this next elite fight. I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling adventurous enough to fight 2. I'm going to be a little... just like a little careful. Yeah, that's kind of giga damage. Up my sleeve, Snakebite, Phantom Blades. I think this is not what our deck is doing. You know what? Honestly, like, I know that this Sly Ricochet is pretty good, but also if I just go Acrobatics Untouchable, then this Snakebite plus Noxious Fumes does, like... We can do bigger damage to Ceremonial Beast without needing to, like, play more cards. So kind of like that. Hello? Hello? Wow. Nice Sly synergies, idiot. Now what? We block? I'm gonna pass on these. Hello, Frog. The one Sly card that we don't have is the AoE one. Two skills is not more. We're hoping for, like... Yeah, I was gonna say Snakebite plus Ricochet. We could also just Ricochet. I think that's accurate. Do I calc gamble to find, like, Acrobatics Ricochet? This would also be 7. We could do, like, 9, 8, which gets rid of this guy. Sweet. Follow through Haze accuracy. I don't mind taking the Haze here. Do a little bit more Poison. Can't buy that Corrosive Wave, sadly. Can't buy this Accelerant, sadly. I think we just card remove. Dexterity Potion might also help us. This is, it was like 50, that's 125 already. Do I want Dexterity Potion for this boss, basically, is kind of what I'm thinking. For the turn where we get attacked for damage. I feel like Dexterity Potion helps us a lot, so we're going to do that. I was tempted to take the dodge and roll as well. I would like to upgrade Snakebite. I guess we bought this potion for this fight. No ricochet, unfortunately. That puts it to 169. Nice. The thing is, I feel like snake biting this turn isn't good. Like, we don't want to flip it over. Don't really want to play this ricochet from my deck. I guess we could go expose acrobatics into ricochet plus snake bite. That's like a lot of damage. I wanted to like sort of... I wanted to wait because I felt like flipping it over on poison gives me more time to do stuff, but this is just so much damage that I think we need to just do it now. All right. It's like maybe in a tighter spot we would have been concerned with like flipping it over using poison, but in this case we were okay. Adrenaline is goated. I really want the accelerant as well because we can get to like 30 or 40 poison and then just kind of kill something. But adrenaline is like is goated. Like adrenaline is almost take over anything else. I guess our concern would be energy efficiency, or if we needed to resolve like a 3-cost power or something, which we don't need to do. We just have this snake bite that does 10. So I'm gonna take the accelerant here. I really wish I could take the adrenaline. But also I found sometimes poison decks just lose to themselves not winning. That's a Wraith Form Plus. I actually don't know if we want it. Let me think about it. So I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I have assembled... I actually think I have, but... I have assembled Wraith Form Nightmare, and then I still lost. So I had 12 turns, and I lost the game. Because I was just sitting on noxious fumes and not actually winning. We have an accelerant. So I feel like if we get everything into play, pop an accelerant plus Wraith Form, we're pretty happy. So I'm going to do that. I would have been much happier to take the Wraith Form if I took Adrenaline, but we did not. So now we're looking at... this looks kind of nice. The elites in this act are like Bee-Mancer, the Bug, Decimillipede, and the Triangle, Floating Triangle. I think we have answers sort of to all of those things. We really want to upgrade this Tactician. We would be interested in upgrading the Accelerant. So I actually think I want Bonfires. I actually just want Bonfires so that I can upgrade stuff. Which is not normally something that I say, but here we are. Welcome, Burger King. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Like, I didn't really want to tank the damage here, but like if it takes... Okay. If it was taking Wraith Form, then, like, we would not be able to let it leave. You know what I mean? Oh, it's not dead still. Well, I said I wanted to upgrade at the bonfire. That doesn't really work when I throw, like, 20 damage or something. Oh, man. I already liked Ectoplasm in Slay the Spire 1, but it's relatively a lot better in Slay the Spire 2 since there's a lot fewer energy relics. That's certainly true. I mean, the thing, though, is that the game, I don't know if it's... I don't know if you need an energy relic, you know what I mean? I want to say having 4 energy a turn is really good. Except when you draft with the context that you're not going to have 4 energy a turn because there's less energy relics. Right? It's funny how Tezcatara has an energy relic that actively drains your money, making it, in almost all situations, just a worse ectoplasm. I suppose so. My problem and why I haven't picked that one yet is... is that if poison is sitting there kind of just chilling, then I might actually just run out of gold. You know what I mean? I'm crying because I've done 16 runs of Silent and gotten Caustic Wave once. I mean, that's fair. I mean, Caustic Wave is a really good card. I just feel like... I feel like you kind of need everything already by the time you get Caustic Wave, you know what I mean? So it's like, I definitely would be interested in having a Caustic Wave. I just also have... I also want to have already drafted a Preparation, a Tactician, and like 3 Acrobatics. You know what I mean? No, I think even if you draft that way, you still benefit from the extra energy. I think Silent benefits from extra energy basically all the time because she has so much card draw, but I don't know... I don't know on other characters. I know it's a rare but come on game. Yeah, I don't know. I think energy relics might have been overrated in Slay the Spire 1. Now I feel like there's less of them. They might still be overrated in Slay the Spire 2. So there's one. I think blocking... Oh, we could have Acrobatics the Untouchable. Oops. Okay, Blade Dance, Leading Strike, Deadly Poison. Nothing really, right? I did find a very good relic combo recently. Coffee and bread. Really useful. What does coffee do? I know bread is like you get less energy on the first turn. I've been running Speedster as an alternative so far. It's filled the role, but my big burst damage numbers. Yeah, Speedster is like a little hard to do all of your damage on its own, so... The coffee, or I suppose cocoa that Tezcatara gives you is +4 energy on the first turn. Oh, I see. Yeah, I didn't think... I thought you were talking about, like, another relic called coffee, and I'm like, I have not seen that relic. Okay, so we had a plan for all this stuff except for literally getting destroyed in hallway fights before we even make it to an elite. Maybe I should have prepared for the hallway fights before I prepared for the elites, huh? This is 10, 25, 2 blocks, that's like 23. Yeah, it's the food item combo, don't you know? Which is dead. This is for 6. We have a defend. My goodness. These hallway fights are just obliterating me, man. I think I have to Wraith Form. Because... Or I could just play all of the Toxics first. Okay. It's dead. We had Toxics in our hand. So I was like, do I have to Wraith Form to block the Toxics? It's like, no, I can just play them. Okay. Are we lacking in block or something like that? The only block I have is this Untouchable. So maybe I take and backflip. It's a footwork. Time to sell a strike. I will say the Wraith Form has been a very pretty curse thus far. Yeah, unfortunately, in hallway fights that are just killing you immediately, the Wraith Form is not going to look very impressive. I guess the problem is more that we haven't drawn the Wraith Form at the start where they're attacking us for 7 billion damage, which is very tragic. Okay, we can block. Blocking seems apt here. We did not find Noxious Fumes. Ah, God. Have you seen the Regents card in the Wraith Form slot? I have not. We are dying. Maybe commit Wraith Form was correct last turn. Okay, now we're taking 15. Just looking for a block. Now this is 22. Plus 10 is 32. She's dead. Keep thinking about it, and it keeps being like, yep, you're dead. This is 18, 20, 27. We are weakened, so our ricochet does no damage. Yeah, if we committed Wraith form 3 turns ago, we're just, like, probably in a better spot. It's a 1 energy, 3-star power with an 8 that gives you 1 star every time you play a card. I mean, that just seems like really gross. I want to see if we Wraith formed, if we would have been okay. It's like, probably. But also, I feel like this deck was gas. We kind of just, like, drew everything in the wrong order every time, despite having, like, 2 acrobatics, which is kind of insane. Needed the 3rd acrobatics. Yeah, I mean, I guess it turns out that the game is a lot easier when you just give yourself, like, invulnerable for 3 turns. Intangible. Invulnerable is different, but, like, yeah, we just needed to play our broken card and we didn't play it. I'm going to continue playing this run for a bit, but I will eventually concede. Because I wanted to see if we could fight an elite, because that's sort of, like, what I was doing. Was preparing to fight an elite. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, dude. No, this run would have been cursed as hell. I hate bridges. Well, we discarded the noxious fumes. A lot worse than I thought it was going to be. Okay, well, we were hoping for acrobatics. So it's 20 plus 12. Just dead. 20, 12, 32. We are at less than 32. That's fucking awesome. So, like, we had Survivor here. I also want to say that, so this deck did seem like it was prepared to fight an elite. Yeah. I want to say that this deck was prepared to fight an elite and then probably, like, Bonfire and whatever. We just got absolutely railed by hallway fights. And I maybe could have helped that by just playing the Wraith form instead of being a pussy about it. Alright. I think I'm just too tired. I think we, like, got up early and all my Spire play has been ass. Fighting the middle would have procced your damage power. We had lethal, like, 7 billion ways to Sunday in that fight. Give me 1 second. Okay. Oh, are we lagging? Are we back? I think we're back. Okay. Dagger throw, dodge and roll, pounce, untouchable, backflip, calculated gamble. I think we will take this. Like, this is kind of a route. This is the safer route. This is the more spicy route because it has an elite afterwards. It's an acro. Acro's an acro's an acro. My favorite thing about playing Ascension 10/20 is fighting the first few hallway fights and then realizing that it's gonna do like 20 damage to you somehow. For some reason, this thing is going to deal way too much damage to me, and I'm about to get real sad. Just fighting a jawworm and being like, oh god, if it gets there, I lose so hard. Okay, here's a Noxious Fumes, I think. We love Noxious Fumes here. About to get railed by the jawworm. Yes, I think that's exactly what I said. And exactly how I feel about the situation. Heat 12. This is like heal 6. It's probably not worth it. Acrobatics, Dagger Spray, Snake Bite. I think it is Snake Bite time. Is attacking for 16. I think we are chillin' to block. Also do a Snake Bite and then block potion. Gonna pass on these. Upgrade Snake Bite. Think. Hello, slugs. It's like, what if we hit an untouchable? Then we can block for one more than the survivor. Like, are we blocking here? Man, we just, like, have too frail. So blocking is terrible. Well, we're at 8, which is kind of cool. Sort of awesome. Can we block for 20? I would say that Anticipate helps us block for 20. Are we fighting this elite? We're starting this elite fight at 8. Sick. Let's go. So this is 12 plus 3, 15. And block for 9 and still snake bite. Let's fucking go, dude. Dude, let's go. Let's go, man. Oh my god. Yeah. I should learn the attack order of the sea slug sometime. It would really help in making targeting decisions that actually get them stunned while debuffing, rather than powering them up right before doing their multi-hit, which I often lock myself into. Yes, I'm inclined to agree with that. Backstab, expose. We are in the underdogs. Feeling pretty demoralized. This is like 2 bonfires before getting to this elite. Or we could take this if we're feeling confident. Blade Dance. Sure. You still need to find a way to generate 20 block. Oh, it had thorns. 3 damage. Here's another backstab. Still looking for a way to block for 20. What's an escape plan? It's an equilibrium. Equilibrium is a way to block, right? It's a card that says block on it. This is 12 plus 12. Quick maths. The footwork. Alright, here we go. It's the guy. I'm so ready to fight the guy. Well, this fight is why I want to have 20 block in the underdogs. I do not know the answer to that question, unfortunately. Do not know if salmonella is an open wound thing or a a digesting thing. I apologize for not having the answer. Shadow Meld is better with card draw. Equilibrium is kind of card draw. So if we can Equilibrium to like hold the Shadow Meld for turns where we want it, that's kind of sweet. If I wanted the actual answer, I'd Google it. I just assume it's chill. Yeah, Doc, I don't know, man. I am, like, pretty careful with food safety stuff because I've gotten food poisoning one too many times. So I'm, like, extra super cautious. Can I fight 2 bots? 2 punch robots? I think maybe I can. I just need to line up the expose plus backstabs on one of them, then I'm fighting like 1 punch bot, and that's probably doable. Here's expose backstab. Oh, I have Gremlin Horn. That makes that a lot easier. I mean, all I can really say is that you live a very different life than I. Ooh. Or a Chalchum. Or a Chalchum. Or a Chalchum. So all of the damage in our deck is burst damage. It's all temporary damage. Like, I want to take this accuracy, but we really need to get a, like, we're really in the market to get a Cloak and Dagger or something. I wanted to upgrade the Shadow Meld, but I feel like in order to actually beat more elites, we need the damage. The dommage. I want to say that we're going to be playing the Equilibrium a lot. So upgrading it here is nice. Effectively upgrading it. Plus Shadow Meld. It's super important that we draw the accuracy. Is there for 6? It's not accuracy. So this is 24, which puts it to not 75. I want to, like, thorns it. Straight thorns in it. And it's 39 damage. Where's my shadow meld? There it is. Two strikes would have killed him. Okay. We got Speedster, Bouncing Flask, Leading Strike. Leading Strike is permanent shivs. Excited about that. I can fight another elite. I can fight another elite, right? I can fight another. I think I can fight another elite. Oh. Don't fight that elite. Too late. Holy accuracy on the bottom of our deck. Holy accuracy on the bottom of our deck. Dang. Shadow Meld is kind of a crazy card. Okay, like, just stop trolling me. Ricochet, Leg Sweep, Bouncing Flask. I think we're good. I think we kind of good. Flip, expose, deflect. I think backflip equilibrium is, like, pretty cool. Yeah. I'm interested in upgrading the Cloak and Dagger here so that I can get 2 shivs for my accuracy. Frickin' okay. It's a misclick. I'm going to restart this because it was literally like a draw off game piece. I was trying to play the block. Frustrating. I mean, just don't click through things so fast, but also, like, come on, man. Actual disastrous misclicking. Okay. Accuracy. Block, block. I think I'm gonna do this because I'm scared of how much damage I'm doing. Here's our backflip equilibrium turn. Currently thinking about how I block for 38, and I think it involves Shadow Meld and Equilibrium. So I kind of want to, like, line that up before I flip it over. Maybe it's like we Equilibrium to hold a Shadow Meld, and then we have blocks for the turn after that. Basically, I'm wondering if that means if I'm attacking here or not. And I don't know. I want to say that I shouldn't. Oh, also neutralize. Yeah, we'll see if we can, like, retain a bigger hit. Oh, wait, it has Demise. Alright, never mind. Awesome. Well... that is enough block. It was a little sus. Just a tiny bit sus. Got Blade of Ink, Fan of Knives, and Corrosive Wave. I think that our deck does not have a whole lot of AoE in it, so this Fan of Knives is very, very tempting. Then I want to say we just need to pick up another Accuracy and or Envenom and or maybe 3 accuracies, you know what I mean? And then I think we're fine. It is time to fan. Upgrade 6 random cards. Gain 4 potion slots filled with random potions. Or get Ring of the Drake. Upgrading Shadow Meld, Footwork, Accuracy would all be nice. Upgrading Equilibrium would be nice. What does this do? 5 shivs. I think there's some pretty good upgrades here. Ring of the Drake is also, like, kind of nuts. I think when we get to the point where we're, like, trying to play a bunch of accuracies, that Ring of the Drake is going to help us out a lot with that, so I'm going to take Ring of the Drake. I'm interested in going to the shop to try and find accuracy. Like another accuracy or power that helps us. We already have a footwork. This is Bonfire after the Elite. If we find Beamancer, we're kind of screwed. So instead we could take the really safe path and then go up this way. And then just fight hallway fights and then pray. But also if we find the bug with Fan, then we're kind of sick. I'm going to quickly use the bathroom, I think. And think about my life decisions. Here we. Okay, I'm back. Let's go ahead and take this path. This is 19 damage. That doesn't expose. I want you taking that. Oh my goodness, that still didn't kill it. Are you serious? Accuracy. Oof. I mean, the one thing that I can be slightly happy about is that I feel like I am drafting correctly, at least. I'm just misplaying the fights. Which is like, okay, I mean, fair. I kind of want to take this Blade Dance. I do kind of want to take it. We have Cloak and Dagger, Backflip, Equilibrium for blocks. But this is Backflip Plus. Okay, how much block can our deck make? We have Footwork in play. We can make like 7 plus 8. That's a number. That's 15. with Shadow Meld. We can block for 15, like 17 with Equilibrium. We Shadow Meld, we can get to like 30. We also do like Survivor for 10 plus 8, like 18. This is all provided we have Footwork in play. So, wondering if we want like this expertise. Well, we got card draw with Ring of the Drake. How well does backflip go into everything else? If we backflip into... I mean, backflip into Equilibrium was kind of like a thing that we've been doing. I'd actually be more interested in a dodge and roll, to be honest. So now my concern is, do we have enough damage in our deck to deal with, like, the AoE fight? It's like 22 plus, if we did 8 shivs, that's 16, 32 with accuracy. It's more than that. I think we don't need either of these cards, now that I think about it. I think we're good. Shame backstabs are not good here. Finisher. I think I'm good. I am more interested in finding my second copy of accuracy that I'm totally gonna find. I'm gonna discard these so that I can throw potions at the merchant. Okay. Hidden Gem. A random card in your draw pile gains or play 2. We were just talking about that card. This is something that we're interested in. There's a Ninja Scroll, which is pretty cool. If we ever draw Fan of Knives in our opener, this is like kind of sick. We could significantly improve our turn 1 by taking these 2 cards. Or 2 relics, I should say. We are a lot worse against the Biomancer. What is our plan for Biomancer? Maybe this Dexterity Potion to help me block, and then I take the Ninja Scroll. This is 256. And then these 2 potions. It's kind of like... I think this covers a key turn against Entamancer, and then like the Dexterity could also help us block. And then Ninja Scroll potentially is paired with Fan of Knives really well. So I think it's these, Ninja Scroll, and then I'll remove a strike. Okay. Except for maybe Fairy in a Bottle, it's always worth taking the Foul Potions, since you could always just use the money to restock on potions. Yes, I agree with that. I definitely have had that decision happen before. Yeah, if you're able to get to the shop within reasonable time from where you've gotten the potions, I think it's okay. It's a little bit more dubious if you can't do that. But I definitely think discarding your potions to just buy the potions back is very reasonable. Okay, it is the Triangle Man. So our plan versus Triangle Man is to footwork and block. If we're ever short on block, then we can pop the Dexterity Potion. I guess I should add dramatically short on block. Like I didn't super care about taking damage that turn. Ooh, exposed. Well, I was gonna say, if I don't want to take foul potions if I'm gonna be up against an elite, you know what I mean? Because I'd be pretty scared. I mean, we can take 2 damage, right? I'm gonna discard my potions so that I can get these foul potions so that I can fight an elite and die before I can throw the foul potions at the... That's awesome. So awesome. Reptile trinket. Love that. This is a prepared. We have, like, literally no sly synergies in our deck, but if we get... like, a single tactician, we're really happy about it. I don't feel super confident fighting another elite, because it could be Entomancer and then we die. Problem is, I don't know if we have enough scaling to beat the Mouthman. I think we equilibrium here. It's gonna gain its block, and then we can go check this shit out. Speedster is not something that we're doing. Okay. Permafrost. 3 Ironclad cards, 3 Region cards, 3 Defect cards. Okay. Our deck would be very interested in getting Strength. So I think we check the Ironclad cards either for Strength or Vulnerable. Actually, either of those. Let's see. Setup Strike is 2 Strength, which is acceptable. Juggling is kind of funny. To get more shivs in your hand, but not really. Thrash, Colossus, Unmovable. Achieve 50% less damage from vulnerable enemies this turn. Okay, well, the only card we got was Setup Strike. Or Tremble. I wonder. I think we can take the Setup Strike. I want to say that it's doable. Does this upgrade to 3 strength or just damage? It does. It's kind of our second copy of accuracy. Alright, time to fight this elite and die. Here we go. Oh, we would have loved to draw Fan. We just, like, really didn't draw it. There is Fan and Accuracy and Setup Strike. So Fan would be 16 times 2, 32 takes out the one in the middle. We proc Gremlin Horn, and then we're cooking with gas. At least it wasn't Rupture as the only available strength scaling. Yeah, we, Setup Strike is okay. We were kind of excited about that. Yeah, Rupture is if you lose HP, right? I think we just take this accuracy. I'm gonna heal. So this could be Biomancer, or it could be the other one again. I don't know if it's like if you fight 3 elites, if it just gives you the last one again. Do we throw our run to Biomancer? Like, we have 2 potions. It is lose HP on your turn, yes. Yeah, that, well, we would take it because it says strength on it, right? We're totally gonna find our lose HP synergies. How do I poison myself? Can I apply poison to myself to trigger Rupture? Yeah, let's not throw, I think. Let's not throw the run that we are actually doing kind of okay in. Holy, game piece is crazy. Turns out, getting unupgraded heatsinks just on a relic is pretty good. It's pretty good. Well-laid plans, is that something we're interested in? Can let us hold on to Equilibrium, can let us hold on to Shadow Meld, Setup Strike, and Expose. Those are all, like, pretty reasonable, honestly. So my question is, do we want to fan and wake the thing up? I feel like we don't. This is 12 plus 16. I think that's enough to hit you without hitting the thing from the back. Alright, it is now go time. Let's discard this. We're gonna play a big expose. Setup strike is here. Sweet. That was awesome. I think we're good on Shiv producers. I want to say that upgrading accuracy will help us actually kill the boss. Because I've definitely fought this boss and died because I did not do enough damage with my Shiv deck. So we simply need more damage. I need to remember that Reptile Trinket gives me strength, because that is going to greatly assist. I'm just going to play the Fan of Knives now because we have the energy. I think. Yeah, Blade Dance is a lot easier to play, like, kind of randomly. Well, Laid Plans would have been nice. There's the well-laid plans. Here's accuracy plus. I think it's attacking next turn. Should remember this boss's patterns. Okay. Kind of like I want to equilibrium to hold onto stuff and block, but maybe we just... I mean, I guess it's kind of the same as if we do... Well, if we double our block, then do 10, that's also... Like, I want to say that my hope was to kill it before... before the Frantic Escapes matter. I gain 12 block and run away 1. That's also an option. Or we can, like, attack. We can, like, attack. And then Shadow Meld for... I think that's how this works, if I'm understanding correctly. You know what? I don't really want to risk it during the boss fight. I'm gonna be so for real right now. I think I'm good. I think we're gonna well-laid plans this expose. I've yet to run into it, but a funny game-losing condition in this fight as the defect is if you use your compacts, the card that turns statuses into fuel too carelessly. Yeah, that would certainly run you into some trouble, I think. So we have both accuracies in play. That is a Cloak and Dagger. I think we're looking at, like, Expose, Blade Dance, Cloak and Dagger. Right, my potions gave me strength. That might actually be trolling here. Hopefully it's not. Bruh. Hold Setup Strike? Hold Shadow Meld. For Backflip Cloak and Dagger, I think. This is 30. My shivs do 14, so this is 24. 24 plus 28 is not enough. This is 18 plus 20 block. That's enough block. Did I do the math correctly on this? We could also go like... Yeah, I think we have to do this. Gotta do it like this. We hold on to leading strike. It was pretty tight. I think, I just forgot that my potions gave me strength. If we saved that for the, like, burst turn, we would have been a lot safer, I think. Knife Trap is kind of scaling that we're looking for. Okay, we've got Meat Cleaver. I'm pretty down to, like, cook away a bunch of my cards. If I could cook away all of my basic cards, I think I'd be happy. That's 3 arrest sites. Can we do 3 arrest sites? 1, 2... That's 2, 1, 2... Oh, 3 including the boss. So 1, 2, 3. It is possible. There's always going to be one elite. I think we can cook. It's time to cook! Tanks? Is it tonks or tanks? They look kind of like a tank to me. Tanks! It's time to cook! Okay, what are we doing here? Setup striking plus accuracy. This probably does a lot of damage. Cool. Escape plan, untouchable, anticipate. I'm down with taking the escape plan. I'm so glad shivs are real. I was getting concerned with how bad the Entamancer matchup was, that it's just too bad. To be fair, we didn't fight Entamancer, but I think we had a plan. We had enough of a plan. Oh, am I taking a piercing wail? We are fighting Queen and Doormaker. I think I'm taking piercing wail for when Queen attacks me 6 times. Apparently I am allowed to decline to do this. It's like you get a guilt or something, which we can cook away, and then some other boon. So I think this is okay. Obtain 2 random relics, upgrade 2 cards. Do I care about upgrade? Wait, is it random or do I choose? Upgrade 2 cards. So we can upgrade footwork accuracy here. It's kind of sick. Shame versus regret. Do you know what happens if you decline? I do not know. I was just told the last time I was playing that it is safe to decline. Unless I was getting trolled and it wasn't safe to decline. You were getting trolled? That's unfortunate. What happens if you decline? Could I ask you, or are you not going to elaborate? Kind of neat. Does that actually kill them? We're at plus 12 currently. Run is over. Oh. That's rough. Poison Stab, Anticipate, Tactician. Tactician was something we wanted to pair with this Prepared. We don't really have other ways to discard it, though. Except for Survivor. Do we actually need the energy for anything? Not really. Okay. It's time to cook. Oh, they just go away. I was expecting some kind of, like, cool cooking animation. I originally said you die, but understandably YouTube blocked it. So fair. There's a lot less than I thought that was going to be. Nice. Shadow Milk. Shadow Milk? Shadow Milk? Shadow Meld works with Orichalcum. I was scared that the buff would run out before you end your turn, which would be really tragic. We are getting so Slay the Spire 1 Blade Danced right now. Just can't put the shivs in our hand. Too much garbage. Ooh, thank goodness for Shadow Meld. Shadow Meld's kind of been the GOAT this run. It makes me feel like a card, like whatever that zero cost gain dexterity thing, Anticipate. It makes me feel like Anticipate is supposed to be good. Because, like, you're paying 1 for this card that's just kind of in your hand that you sort of want card draw for. Otherwise, it's dead because it doesn't do anything. Like, this is better with Equilibrium. But if we had something like just Defends, then I want to say Anticipate is pretty good. Obviously, this works with a bunch of other interactions like Orichalcum and stuff like that. But if we're using Shadow Meld to fix our block in the early game, then I want to say that Anticipate as like, okay, it's the common version of the card, so it is notably worse, but it's like a reasonable block solution that maybe we should be looking into more, because I skip on Anticipate like all the time. My question now is, are we taking the dodge and roll now that we have kind of the rest of our deck put together? And we sort of just want another block card that's not Backflip, Cloak and Dagger. Thing is, our deck is pretty fast, but the Queen does have like 600 HP. So I think dodge and roll plus Shadow Meld and Footwork would be nice. Blur also, I think, would have been nice. I don't think we're going to a shop. Yeah, we're going to this bonfire, so we can take the Clumsy and cook it away. We don't even have to cook it away, to be honest. It has Ethereal. The only time we're sad is if we draw it and we're sad. Play 3 shivs. Oof. Oh, I had a neutralize in hand. Finisher Tactician. Gonna decline. We already have a finisher of some kind. I'm actually not super concerned about this clumsy. Hopefully that does not bite me. Ooh, that's a rare card. It's a potion. It's another card. Cure All is probably better than Poison Potion. Nightmare, Murder, Corrosive Wave. I feel like these are all unnecessary. Yep. Another Blade Dance. Can I be tempted by another Blade Dance? I think it's actually... I actually think the Blade Dance is worse in this deck because we have Ring of the Drake. Like, we just can't play the card. That's the problem. Just don't have space in my hand. Okay, this guy is serious for real business. While Nightmare on Accuracy is funny, it's not remotely necessary. Yeah, it's like, I would say that it's necessary if we, like, didn't have as much. Like, Nightmaring and Accuracy is totally reasonable. Just not right now. I don't want to play this Accuracy. But also, I feel like if I get rid of this Knife Trap, I'm trolling. I think we have time to resolve this. I just can't play this Blade Dance, bro. I just can't do it. We just do it and get sad. That's rough, buddy. These do 12. They have +3 strength. Oh, right, it gives me plus strength. How much damage am I doing? This is 28. That should be enough. Okay. Right, I forgot once again that our potions give strength. I want to take this acrobatics for after my 3 Ring of the Drake charges go off, and then I have, like, 0 card draw. It's maybe unnecessary. Is it unnecessary? We have, like, backflip and a prepared. And then what are we gonna do? Like, ooh, acrobatics into equilibrium is actually reasonable. Post Drake charges. Just time to cook. Do I feel like Clumsy is better than, like, Strike Plus? Kind of, actually. Okay. No test subject to keep me down. We are here to do damage, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. So, let's set up dealing, like, +6 strength, knife trap, whatever we can assemble. And that is what we're here to do. We don't have retain for this knife trap, right? We just have to play it. It's like I don't want to activate the queen phase too fast because we still have scaling to resolve in this other accuracy. So I think escape plan here is the accuracy. Shadow Meld Equilibrium would be good here. I guess we have Piercing Wail. Let's see what we got. This is a blocking type turn. We still have a lot of shivs in the deck. I'm just wondering if we want to, like, Piercing Wail and then Knife Trap the Queen. I think I want to Piercing Wail. We're taking 6. I think playing Knife Trap now is appealing to me. Here is Fan of Knives. This is 2448. Is it time to give ourselves plus 12 damage? 4860. 75. Our next turn is like Setup Strike, Cloak and Dagger, Blade Dance, which is insane. No exposed, I guess. Maybe I should have resolved this while late plans. Oh, that doesn't kill it. Wait. Whoops. I did not math. The math did not math. Okay. We're getting attacked for a lot, so we're out here blocking. Well, we are at 9, so this next fight is fairly precarious. Shadow Meld for 0 is really nice. Can we even block this turn? That is a Piercing Wail. Makes that 18. Darn. Okay. This is 11 block. God. It's like... How important is it to well-laid plans so that we have this knife trap? Do you feel me? Or can we just block? It's a shadow meld. Well, that solves our problem, kind of. I think we hold on to the fan. Because we sort of want it out of our deck, and we also sort of want to play it. So... this should be enough damage to flip it over. This is 16, 32, right? 32, 64. Like, how much do I believe? You know what I mean? How much are we believing here? Because we can go, like, our highest damage is probably Blade Dance Knife Trap. So that's... 14... 18 shivs at... 18 shivs at plus 12. That doesn't seem like it is enough damage. 18 shivs at plus 15 if we have the stone potion. That's like so much math, dude. What if it was 20 shivs at 14? At plus 15? No, it's something like that. It's like I want it to be 15 times 20. That's like 300 something. Kind of feels silly for wasting my vulnerable now. Yeah, Shadow Meld helps. Because we can just block this turn. So now we have... Okay. I think it's time to pull out the calc. I think it's calc time. Because I can't do the math, okay? This is 16 shivs. 16 shivs at plus 15. That's math. So 16 shivs at plus 15 as each of them is 19. That is 304 damage. That is not enough damage. Can we not die this turn? This is 8, 16, plus 7 is 23, plus 5 isn't enough. If we find Shadow Meld off of this acrobatics, we would be happy. I mean, we gotta play to our outs, right? Here's the Shadow Meld, thank God. It's like we're probably getting attacked, right? I don't know if this one cycles the thing, is my problem. But that's also math. It's just so much math. Shadow Melt has been like the crazy MVP of this run. It's actually insane. So this gives us time to play our Blade Dance. If we find it, we found it. This is like 40 damage. Don't think we can block 40 damage, so we're just kind of in. This is 16 shivs at... 16 shivs, they deal 16 damage each. It's 256. 256 is enough. There's no other way we can do this. We go like Cloak and Dagger, Leading Strike. This is so much damage, dude. 16 times 3 is 48 plus 10 is not enough. Cloak and Dagger first, at least, unless you dodge. Yeah, I'm wondering if we can hold onto our Knife Trap. So this is 16 times 3. But what if it was like 6 what if it was 19 times 3, 20 times 3, 60, it's 57 plus 15. That's also not enough, I don't think. I think we Knife Trap first, actually. Because this is definitely lethal to this thing. So we Knife Trap first. So that we can Cloak and Dagger the... Wait, what? I did not know that's how that worked. What? It keeps doing the damage? It plays them individually. Oh... That makes a lot of sense. Okay, we backflip here to find Shadow Meld or the other one. That's Knife Trap. We have Setup Strike, Knife Trap. And I'm well, we don't have both, actually, now that I think about it. Can we Shadow Meld to block this turn? We can. Because this is math. You know what? Math is for blockers. Whatever, man. GG! Let's go! Let's go! All multi-hits work like that? Okay. Dang. Dude, Shiv decks stress me out so much. It's actually crazy. Like, you want to believe that, oh, we're gonna play our footworks, and then we're just gonna, oh, we're gonna have some comfy blocking turns, maybe play some, like, Cloak and Daggers, and then we'll throw some shivs or whatever. And it's like, no, dude, like, in order to get the damage done on these turns, like, we are at 5. That queen fight was like, yeah, I guess we'll just take it and then hope that our shivs kill it before we die. It's just... But I actually think Shadow Meld was the MVP this run, because we needed turns where we could block, and then well-laid plans made sure we had block, and then we blocked stuff, but only enough block so that our knife trap could win the game. That was crazy. Alright, GG. Okay. Well, there is our one certified win for today. So that I can have... Forget all the losses. We don't care about all the losses. We just need to have one run that we can post. Honestly, even like losing in Act 3 isn't that big of a problem. There's like 3 more runs that I want to post, and then I guess this one makes 4. The unfortunate thing is that I now need to screen record that entire run because we don't have the Twitch VOD. Which is very tragic. I have wondered, why do you look like a femboy? Because I like cute things. So therefore, I want to make art that has cute things. So that other people who also like cute things can go like, wow, look, that is a cute thing. And then maybe have some extra happiness in a very drab life. Does that answer your question, hopefully? I think that mostly speaks to the ethos of me as a person. I understand that when I make art, that part of the function of that is to share things that bring me joy to other people. And in this instance, this piece of art is something that is cute. So the hope is that the cuteness brings people joy. I'll say that that's part of it. Also, this character just happens to be like a lot of ideals that I wish I could aspire to be that I don't have, which is more to deal with like the lore of the character. Theoretically, you could draw anything and then still have the same lore, so it doesn't matter. But yeah. Alright, I think it's time to go. I have to prepare for physio. Yeah. My cat is black and white, one red eye, the other blue. I'm assuming this is a character, not your cat has blue and red eyes on like your actual IRL cat does that. Like, I would be a little concerned. But yeah, that sounds kind of cool, right? What is it called? I was gonna say hexachromia. The heterochromia. Heterochromia? Heterochromia. There's no there's no A. Yeah, heterochromia is very common in cats. Yeah, but, like, are they red? Like, I don't know if red is a thing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they have red eyes, do they? I would be concerned that they have a sickness. Half Sulina and Gojo. Sukuna, sorry. Yeah, exactly. So you have a cat that's half Sukuna and half Gojo. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's art. It gives me understanding and insight into you as a person. And if there is a thing that I can resonate with that is there, then we can get along. It's very important. Incredibly important. I was, there's something that happened recently that I'm gonna say there's something that happened recently, even though this is kind of like a... it's not a... not a concerning thing, I suppose, but a friend of mine was looking at another friend of mine's, well, I guess acquaintance through that friend is what I'll say, that looking at their art, and, you know, it was kind of, it wasn't particularly very good, right? It wasn't like, oh wow, the line art in that art is so good, or like, oh wow, the color in that art is so good, you know what I mean? But they were kind of drawing like JoJo stands and like giving them stats and, you know, art not super compelling, but I think it like carried the idea, and it felt like there was a lot of soul to it. You know what I mean? So like, I felt, and like he said, oh, you know, that, like, that art looks good. Like, I like it. Like, they were trying to communicate that it's like, we all know that we are looking at something that is not incredibly spectacular by any means. But there's, like, something there that we like a lot. And then people were kind of, like, roasting him for it. And I'm like, it's kind of sad, I suppose. Because I think that is important. I think it's actually more important that the essence was captured in the thing that they made than it looking particularly good. Okay, I think the essence is the important part. So, anyways, I'm going to go. I'm going to wake up for like 0.25 more seconds. If you are still here, I'm going to say, hey, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support as always, and I will see you next time. We'll be playing more Spire tomorrow. I swear I will actually put out a schedule next week, and I won't forget. And yeah. All right. See y'all later. Goodbye.